And we're back. We are live and we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. There you go. And the stream has ended because I just said the title of the live stream. It's like in movies. Once the protagonist, or not even the protagonist, anyone in the movie, once they said the title, it means the movie is over. Well, of course, not really. Anyway, guys, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a good day. Well, my day is normal, I guess. You can say that my day is normal. And as always, the music in the background is Welcome to the Show by Kevin MacLeod. And it's licensed under Creative Commons 4.0, and you can download it for free at incompetech.com. With the license, you can use it on any of your projects as long as you provide an attribution or give credit to the creator. And I'm going to repeat myself again. If you happen to be using a music from Kevin MacLeod or any other types of music with the same license and you are getting copyright claim or you're getting copyright claims, well, it's not the creators doing the claiming. Those are done by assholes. Yeah, unfortunately, there are assholes in YouTube that would download music like those from Kevin MacLeod, slap it in a video, re-upload it in YouTube, and then they think it's theirs, and they would go around using YouTube's copyright claim system to claim other videos that use the same music. Just a bunch of assholes doing what assholes do. My goodness. Of course, you can just dispute it, but it's annoying. The way I dispute it is I would just put in the license, and then YouTube will eventually remove the claim. But again, it's quite annoying. And if you have a channel, a good channel that makes you money, it will take time before YouTube can remove the claim. And during that period, all your earnings from that video goes to the asshole that claimed it. I'm not sure why YouTube is letting. I think YouTube should have some kind of counter punishment when there are accounts that abuse the what do you call this? The DCMA or the copyright system of YouTube. They should they should get a community strike for doing so. I'm not sure if that is already happening, but that is just one way of deterring those who would try to abuse the copyright system. Some people would even copyright claim a video even though there's nothing to copyright claim. It's just weird. Anyway, guys, let's get started. As you know, my live stream, it doesn't have a format. It's basically just me doing whatever I want, and right now what I want is to check out what's happening in the gaming space. And the way I do that is I just watch the content creators that I like to watch. I like watching them cover the news. Well, sometimes they don't just cover the news, they just react to it. And I would be watching and reacting to their reactions. It's the new YouTube meta. They say it's lazy. Come on. Someone commented that what I'm doing is lazy. Okay, sure. But why target me? I am a nobody. Okay, I'm a nobody. They should go after and target. I'm not saying well, I guess I do. Instead of going after someone like me who is a total nobody in the content creation space, they should go after those who are making a lot of money from it. It's the new YouTube meta. You just follow the meta, as they say in League of Legends. Anyway, it's just funny. It's just funny that I would get someone to comment on a video and the comment is not a positive one. Okay, anyway, that is just the nature of the internet. Sometimes you get what the internet gives you and you just take it. There's nothing you can do. You just take it. But seriously. Anyway, let's move on. I just find it funny. I don't get a lot of comments on my videos, but when I did, it wasn't even a positive one. Well, I usually get negative comments, and if you don't see them anymore, because I delete them. It's not because I don't like. Well, no one likes getting negative comments. It's just like, why keep it there? It's better to not see any comments at all than just see a bunch of negative comments. Some comments would say, "You suck, dude. You better quit YouTube." Sure. Okay, I will quit YouTube when YouTube no longer exists. And why am I even talking about YouTube when my main platform right now is Rumble? Well, because most of the content creators, if not all of the content creators that I like to watch, are in YouTube. So I said this, I keep saying this like I'm a broken record, okay? Guys, just to let you know, I am a broken record, and I would say things that I have said before and repeat it again and again in different live streams or in future live streams. That is just me. It's kinda annoying, but what can I do? It's me. Okay, so last time I've already seen this from Asmongold. I've also watched this, but this is not gaming. And then we have this one from Smash JT. What is this? Undercover ex-Sweet Baby Inc. employee caught in New York Times. So this is gaming related, so I'm going to check this out.
Someday we're all going to look back at this Sweet Baby Inc. situation being like, holy crap, can you believe just how deep that rabbit hole went? What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And today we're going to be talking about a New York Times article that is running defense for Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Do you know why they're doing that? Because they got paid.
Of course, they're not going to disclose that because it wouldn't help their case. But still, the hoops that you have to be jumping through just to try to defend this game because you are shoving DEI down everyone's throat so hard that you're just like, please, just believe us. We went with Yasuke because he was a good character for us to use. It wasn't because he was black, guys. I swear, it wasn't because he was black. It's because...
Seriously.
Somebody help me.
Seriously. A game based in Japan,
The full article breaking
in an era where
full defense mode using their friends over at the
I guess you can say there are very few
what has
foreigners in the country.
nightmare in recent
Instead of just making one of the protagonists Japanese as well. No.
as hell effort was
No.
to shift the narrative surrounding the
It's not allowed to have
shadows. The game being
to
set
have two Japanese protagonists in
as it's
a game set in,
been surrounding this game
I
and
wouldn't even call it ancient Japan because it's not ancient.
proven not to be, and this was just basically fan fiction written by Thomas Lockley to sell a book that you
The problem is, I guess they presented it as historical.
Yasuke,
That's where the problem
architecture,
arised.
war signs from Japanese war reenactors, how they stole the One Piece sword and put that on display, pretending that it was something that was part of the feudal Japan. Like, they didn't do any research. They
Maybe they should have,
were telling everyone just to eat it up and believe
presented it as like maybe
DEI.
in
Trust us or else you're a bigot. But
in another universe.
Japanese people were pissed off about it. Enough to take to their YouTube channel and say, no, we're going to downvote the hell out of this. In addition to taking to Twitter and tell Ubisoft that we don't appreciate this. We're not on board with this. We don't support it. And we don't like what you're doing with our history by injecting DEI into it where it doesn't.
I'm not sure when Afro Samurai came out, there was if there was any
to do is
reactions. I don't remember.
go to
I don't remember
account, scroll through it, find
reading or hearing
pick on
any negative reactions
try to justify
to Afro Samurai.
think that this many people are fake accounts, or more likely, Japan's really pissed off. But that's neither here nor there. Let's enter Kazuma Hashimoto, if that even is his real name, because information has come out where it could have actually
Well, it's the internet.
Japanese character
Look at my name. My name is
Kazuma
Caballero.
where that's not even
Is that my real name?
and more
Who
information
knows?
where he's not even
Maybe I just made it up.
born in Japan. According
Again, that is just the nature of the internet.
the ice war
Unless, of course, the government
Cordova, Alaska, my hometown,
regulates
in
it
the 1960s as a
and
winter blues.
pass laws that
Sorry,
will
a gallon of milk costing $4 a
make it illegal to use pseudonyms
and $2 plus
or
an
pseudonyms,
and then back
however you pronounce it.
city. Now this is someone that supposedly is an expert in Japanese verbiage and words and
And I'm pretty sure the government wants to do that.
being trusted by the New York Times. And on their own Twitter, they said, Happy Trans Day of Visibility. I'm Kazuma, which, no, you're not. That's a name that you just picked for yourself. A half Japanese trans man. I don't even know what to believe about you anymore because everything you say seems to be a lie or something you make up about yourself. Who works in translation and journalism. I write media analysis, primarily concerned with
Look, that VTuber is mentioned.
dress like a niche
Just, you guys know,
and
I don't consider myself as a VTuber. I'm basically just a guy with an on-screen avatar.
totally normal and someone to trust as a source for this kind of stuff. Also, happy Trans Awareness Week. I'm a trans man who writes about politics and examines pro-imperialist propaganda in media, specifically video games. Okay, so he's not a journalist, he's an activist. Is anyone really surprised? So not only is he someone that says he's some name...
Because a journalist is, a journalist follows the ethics of journalism,
Worked for Sweet Baby
being honest,
consultancy. But no,
fair,
Times decided
and truthful.
this person and use them as the source of truth for what the sentiment in Japan really is.
Most of these people are not journalists, obviously, because they're not honest,
Japan.
they
And
can't tell the truth,
isn't even their first language.
and they're not fair and objective.
They don't even know who they really are as a human being.
They have none of the ethics of what a journalist is.
It was just people like speculating about my race. Once again, people are like, he's probably not really Japanese. Oh, he's half Japanese. He's probably half Korean, half Chinese. The usual nationalist stuff.
This person writes a lot, and they consider themselves a journalist, of course, but they're an activist. When you start seeing some of the ridiculous propaganda that they put out there, up to and including how Animal Crossing needs to acknowledge Japan's history of colonial rule, and why that's important to the discussion around Animal Crossing? Like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? But that's only the beginning of the stuff that this guy gets into. And shout out to Grums and John Trent and That Park Place for a bunch of the screenshots before everything got locked down and shut down and went into protected mode. Because of course, that's what these people, when they get caught, always do. Hashimoto was interviewed in the New York Times article and didn't say anything about working at Sweet Baby Inc. And while people might hear that and be like, well, what the hell does Sweet Baby Inc. have to do with Ubisoft's game? They're two different companies, and we don't have any correlation between Sweet Baby Inc. and how they didn't work on Assassin's Creed, or maybe they did. We don't know for sure. I mean, we do know that they have worked on Ubisoft games, but we haven't confirmed specifically Assassin's Creed. So how do you could draw the connection with this, and why is it this guy's fault? And ultimately, you look at it and you're like, well, Kim Belair is a former Ubisoft employee. Kim Belair is now the marginalized CEO of Sweet Baby Inc. and also hired this person. And you got to connect the dots and be like, well, all these people know each other. They all work in the same industry. They all work with the same companies. It stands to reason that they're going to run defense for a company that's facing a PR nightmare, and they're going to pretend that everything's fine, which is exactly what Hashimoto did. In the New York Times article, it says, Kazuma Hashimoto, a Japanese consultant and translator in the video game industry, said the reception of Assassin's Creed Shadows was mostly positive in Japan. Okay, let's stop right there. No, it wasn't. In fact, it was so...
I don't get it.
That Ubisoft was forced
I don't get it.
to issue a basically...
So maybe back in the 80s, okay, so back in the 80s when the internet
Understood by Japan. Japan had a
doesn't exist, I guess you can lie to your teeth.
action against...
You can go on television or radio
They aren't happy.
and claim, or maybe write an article on a newspaper and claim this and that,
That just
and people might just believe it
extra effort of
because
hundreds of thousands of fake
they have no other source to,
information through Google Translate and getting it wrong
Wisman
and
says.
putting
I guess you can say, they have no other ways of checking
thousands of
or
accounts.
verifying whether what you have written
It was people in the
is true or not. But not
he said,
not anymore because we have the internet.
written in Japanese, a
The fact that they think they can lie to their teeth
awesome way to play
and not get called out is
by making something up.
amazing. It is amazing.
Translator expert. You guys don't know. I'm the one that you guys source for all this stuff, so I am the source of truth. This whole situation strikes me as eerily familiar to the IGN hit piece against game science when Rebecca Valentine and Ki Hu Chan got together and purposefully mistranslated information to make game science look as bad as possible. And I feel like that exact situation is happening all over again here.
Also back then, even if the truth was exposed,
They can use
it would take like a long time. And
They can say they are the translation experts.
by the time it gets exposed, no one cares anymore.
Hashimoto used to work at Sweet Baby Inc. from February 2020 to
But not today.
3. That's
You
3.
can't just put out something that is not true
This individual
and expect people to believe it without
throughout that time
without
made some
no one checking whether what you posted
here anymore.
or wrote is true or not.
Saying something, giving a spin to this so it doesn't look so bad for us, and let's try to redirect the conversation, change the narrative, and try to get people just thinking as we get closer to the launch of this massive game that we have to be successful because Ubisoft stock and company is completely in the dumps right now and everything's going to hell and they're throwing everything at the wall and hoping something sticks. Can you guys just please
Oh, okay. That is what I'm doing. I'm just throwing things on the wall.
deeper into Hashimoto?
Unfortunately, I haven't found anything that sticks.
Broader agenda. Not only has he worked for Sweet Baby Inc., but he's also an activist for so many of these other sites and writing these ridiculous stories over the years. You put it all together, and it's clearly someone who has a history of pushing progressive talking points, and it's well documented. And I cannot understate what a huge deal it is that Ubisoft was trying to get the New York Times, a massive publication out there, as much as people don't trust mainstream media. New York Times still holds weight. I don't know how much weight anymore, but still holds weight.
Oh, come on.
Use that to
Ever since the New York Times started posting
sourcing the New York Times as a source of.
misinformation and lies,
So they get this Hashimoto guy that's clearly
I can't believe anyone would still consider
and he's gonna
the
say
New York Times a source of truth these days.
there and play the best of
When it comes to
push Assassin's Creed.
mainstream media
This is a trusted translator with a long history.
or magazines, I guess, or outlets, news outlets,
Nobody's gonna say
you
anything.
can't really trust them anymore. They don't just,
Nope, he's not trusted.
instead of just reporting the news as is,
That are
they
very
would inject their own
not somebody that
opinions
as a professional
and beliefs
but by using
and
it
ideas,
source
and sometimes even spinning what the truth is.
to stand on, and they're literally, like I said, throwing everything at the wall and hoping something sticks so people
It's better to just, find a random YouTuber or content creator in the internet and
shadows that I don't think anything can
hear what they're saying.
for it. I want to see this whole thing burn because they deserve it. By using Yasuke as the main protagonist of the game and trying to pretend that it's totally fine and making up every story they can, and when they get called out on it, they start pulling things out of their ass, being like, "Oh no, it's not what you think. Oh, it's actually just historical fiction. Oh no, actually it's just fiction. You guys can't question because it's just a video game now." Like, here's the thing. There was no reason to choose the person you did except for pushing a DEI agenda. And you can't even admit that.
Yep.
Honestly, at the end of the day,
There is absolutely
might actually
no reason at all.
do it. If you're just honest and say, yeah, that's why we did it. But you're not going to do that because obviously that's going to make your whole house of cards come crumbling down. So anyways, I'm going to leave
They're just a bunch of assholes. And they're even racist for,
what I get into right now because holy crap, like I
I
said,
guess you can say, replacing
rabbit hole with Sweet
or,
Baby.
taking away a role
You guys so much for
from a Japanese character.
that join button, and as always, you stay smashing.
And I didn't put my LinkedIn to private. I totally forgot. And so people found out.
And there you go. Come on, dude. You're lying to your teeth. No one believes you. And of course, the only people who's going to believe him are the same people who have like the same beliefs, the same ideology, the same mental illness. Oh my goodness. They're insane. They're insane. Back then, if you do something like this and you get called out, it's very embarrassing. But now, in the age of, I guess in the 2020s, these people, they have no shame, so you can't even shame them anymore. It's hard to shame someone who doesn't have shame. Okay, so that was Smash JT. I think Smash I think he changed the way he presents his videos because he is standing now. Let's see here. We have crazy game journals are at it again. In what world is Space Marine 2 controversial? In what world? Come on! Come on, V! Okay, so there's a misspelling in V's video, which is very normal. Human beings tend to make mistakes. But if the mistake is intentional, then they're just being an asshole. Star Citizen Alpha 4 massive patch dangerously swollen. Unity backtracks on their plan to raise all game costs. Oh, Unity is at it again. Let's see this. Why is Space Marine 2 controversial?
Now there's this meme on Twitter that has been going around for a while.
What is it, V?
Don't hate game journalists enough. You think you do, but in reality you don't. And that's an exaggeration.
Oh my goodness, you can't tell me that.
Difficult for me to defend the game
I
journalist.
have like,
Posting articles like this.
so I have like zero respect when it comes to this so-called game journalists.
For instance, when an employee of Sweet...
They're not journalists, they're just basically writers.
So basically they want the guy who criticized their company to be fired. And not only that, but they want every single game
I have stopped reading
taken away from
anything
thousands of dollars.
written by
Make an
this
example
so-called
of what would happen to anyone
gaming websites.
audacity to criticize their sacred company. And of course there was massive backlash. People were upset.
I would rather give my view and click to content creators like V
It's like hate groups, like evil people, gamers.
than go to this particular website and give them my view and my click
Complaining about
and my
what
ad views.
a CEO said, who spoke respectfully, didn't insult anyone, didn't attack anyone. Oh,
They're so stupid. They don't realize that the DEI that they're doing is basically imposing their morals
or even suggest
on gamers.
the wizard game, and you have them doxing the VTubers.
It's like a villain, as they say.
Like
A villain doesn't see
record
what they're doing as wrong.
words, but
They're true villains.
what it is, the boycott and blah blah blah. And the game manages to become one of the most streamed game on Twitch during that time. And the game journalists don't write articles about that. They don't condemn the harassment. I saw a couple though. It was a couple. It's like, oh well, allegedly it's happening, but it's probably not a big deal. So they were like downplaying it, right? So what did the CEO says? Well, apparently it's the guy who made Space Marine 2, and they hate this game. They absolutely hate this game because it taps into the philosophy of stoicism. And it's masculine. And they just absolutely despise the fact that you have a masculine game. That's it. It's because it's not catering to a progressive ideology and it's just entertaining. So, the message is, hey man, CEO of Saber here. I love your videos. When we signed to make Space Marine 2, all I wanted was a throwback game. We had the chance to work on something which by its nature is old school. I can't even comprehend many of the current games that we play these days. They are too complex and too much of an investment. We worked on Halo back in the day, and the game could be distilled down to the simplest shooting loops, but it was entirely addicting. That is what we're trying to recapture. I hope that games like Space Marine 2, Wukong are the start of a reversion to a time when games were simply about fun and immersion. I spent time as Chief Operating Officer at the Embracer, and I saw games that are made and they want me to cry about the overblowing attempts at messaging or imposing morals on gamers. We just want to do some glory kills and get the heart rates up a little.
Male gamers
So like
are simple.
is false. It's not
Just give them something
companies themselves came
to
up
blow up in games.
that
Give them explosions
morals.
and give them
Like the way people think. And
good-looking characters, and you're good to go.
in other words, they want me to pay my money, my hard-earned cash, in order for a corporation, a for-profit, multi-billion-dollar entity, to lecture me about what it is about being a good person. When they're lying to me that they're selling entertainment. So I should be gaslit into thinking I'm buying entertainment when in fact I'm buying these corporations' morality that is being snuck into. Even the producer, and this is not a video game, it's a TV show, but it's close enough because the TV show is The Last of Us. So the director of The Last of Us comes out and says, yeah, I know that people don't like gay scenes in the TV show, and I know that the episode focused almost exclusively around the gay scene. But I felt that I needed to put it in. I felt like the mother hiding the broccoli inside the cupcake. And I'm like, hold on a little bit, you cheeky little shit. Like, what the fuck do you think you're at? You're not my mother. You're not there to educate me. When I purchase your product, whether it is that I'm spending time watching it or I'm paying money for the subscription or whatever, you're not there to instill morals into me. And, like, you know there are certain things that I may not like, and you do it anyway? Like, fuck off with that shit, right? And the thing is, it's done at the detriment of the storytelling, because the reason people were upset about The Last of Us...
Again, putting DEI in anything they make is basically imposing their own morals
the apocalypse. And
on consumers.
it had almost no zombies, it was too old...
Consumers don't want this shit.
the amenities, and it was like the romance story between them, and at the end of the day they're having homosexual relationships, which, you know, if you want to make a TV show about that, go for it, but why do you have to sneak it in? Like why is it that all the episodes are about humanity trying to survive, and then you have like this episode that's completely disconnected and detached from the main theme of the show? And the director says, yeah, we know this. Yeah, we know that it's going to be poorly received, but we do it anyway because we're trying to change society. And believe it or not, you're not changing society. People are just tuning out. They're watching Wukong, they're now playing Space Marine 2, and they're living about it because in order for their plan to work, they need no competition to exist, and they need no people to call this shit out. When they say that games are too expensive to make, look at Spider-Man 2. It costed, what, like 350 million more to make? And does it look like a game that is that expensive compared to Spider-Man 1? Like, look at how much bloat there is. Look how much money they're pushing it. I looked at the difference between Nintendo and Ubisoft. Nintendo is a much more profitable company, and yet hires far fewer people than Ubisoft does. And how do they justify this? How do they justify the bloat? And the answer is, well, they need a lot of experts that will change your morality, because they are admitting they're not gaming companies made to provide entertainment.
Because they have a lot of money.
And they need the experts that are the social engineers in order to figure out
But once
that's where the money is going.
they start losing money, they'll go back.
What this
They'll
CEO
go back to what they're doing. They will forget all this shit and go back to what works. Again,
because
at the end of the day,
because the journalists,
these corporations are still
this article is
they're still there to make money.
reaction
to
this
earn
is
profits.
controversy. It's not the post. The post
Right now,
like all you gotta
right
do
now,
is you gotta
they're
disable
able to do all this shit
it, by the way.
because
But going
they
for
still have
moderation, because if
some spare
Reddit,
cash to throw away, I guess.
like I have seen people getting back
I'm not sure about Ubisoft though. It seems that there are investors in Ubisoft that are not happy
make any sort
with what's happening.
fundamentally Christian. If I'm given moderator privileges, I just ban anyone that's not a Christian. You mentioned you're an atheist.
There you go. Again, I've mentioned this quite a few times already.
Right? Like after a couple of
These assholes, these woke people, these pride people, they're hating on Christians. And Christians are the only,
that only accept
they are the only, Christians are the only religious group that are willing to tolerate them.
and it creates
The other major religion,
but in reality no.
guess what? The other major religion
That aren't.
won't tolerate them.
You know, it's kind of
They
like
would stone them to death. They will put them to death.
well, we should the people that are unhappy.
They should, if they have like some kind of
And this
if
is
they can only think, do a little bit of thinking, have some common sense.
saying it, they're good. All the
The
Christians,
religious people, the religious group, or the religion that they're hating on
well, then you get
is the only religion
obviously
that would tolerate them.
you know, this is another joke. All the scientists and
The other religion that they are
Soviet Union
so proud of supporting
is
is the religion that won't tolerate them.
except
It's the religion that would put them to death if they are allowed to. They're so insane. They can't even think.
that the pendulum is shifting though. And if America isn't going to change its shit and start producing games like they used to, others are going to have to carry the torch. So now we see games coming from Asia like Wukong, Genshin Impact,
I'm not saying every Christian is good.
as popular as it is.
As I've said before, there is bad in any group. There is bad in any community.
To be that. It's not anymore. Genshin Impact doesn't require
But overall,
subscription to play
when
it.
it comes to tolerance,
Game. Like the ridiculousness of it is not lost on me. It is a gacha game, but if you play World of
and
Warcraft,
I'm talking about the two major religions, okay? I'm pretty sure there are minor religions out there.
you spend money to actually have a monthly subscription. If you want to level up faster, you need to spend money on that. You want to change your name, you need to spend money. You want to change your faction, you need to spend money. You want to change your race, you need to spend money. You want to buy some items from the shop, some gear and shit, you need to spend money. So yeah, World of Warcraft is not a gacha game. And it costs money. Meanwhile, like you can, I can see someone spending more cash playing World of Warcraft than someone playing Genshin Impact. It's absolutely ridiculous, and they're absolutely terrified that this mentality is catching on, because if they're games that are there to push the boundaries of morality,
Imagine playing Space Marine 2 and the main character,
oh, this guy is
the
crazy.
main character explicitly says that I am a Christian.
Made all of these articles attacking this guy in order to show, hey, if you step out of line.
Oh my goodness.
Like, we're going to make an example out of you as well. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.
I'm not sure if that is going to be received well. The main character. I forgot the name of the main character in the game. I haven't played it. I won't be able to play it now. Maybe in a few years when I have once I have a better PC, and once it goes on sale in Steam. That is how I buy my AAA games. I just wait. I just wait for them to go on sale in Steam. Because they will eventually go on sale. And who knows? Maybe the Epic Game Store might give them away as well. I already have GTA Online or GTA 5 in Steam. I bought it when it went on sale a few years back, and it was just given away by the Epic Game Store. Now I have two copies of GTA 5, one in Steam and one in the Epic Game Store. It's really hard to say just Epic Game Store. For some weird reason, it doesn't roll quite smoothly. And it sounds weird without saying the in front of a Epic Game Store. Okay, so that was V. I guess it was kind of late of him because it says here 4 hours ago. But that particular news wasn't new. I've already seen or watched other content creators cover that particular topic. Now this is new. This is my first time seeing this. Unity devs in retreat. Unity backtracks on their plan to raise all game costs. So this is gaming related. Going to check this out. And of course, one of my favorite games in development, Star Citizen. Eventually, it will be released. I think I watched a video claiming that the game is already released because it's already out there and it's being played by players or gamers. I don't know, but for me, at least for me, I don't consider Star Citizen as a released game. It's not released, and I'm pretty sure within the company they don't consider the game released yet. Anyway, I'm going to check this one out. It's about Unity. And if it's about Unity, then it means it's about gaming. Because a lot of games are made from Unity.
Remember a year ago when Unity walked up to the edge of the cliff and jumped off? Well, they've decided that they need to pull the ripcord and save themselves before they hit the ground. The problem is, I don't know if that's really what they're doing here. And while they did elect to change things a year ago after significant backlash, they didn't go all the way back. Maybe, just maybe they're doing it this time. Let's talk about it on That Game Plays. Hi friends, it's me, CC, here with the man of mischief himself, Loki. How's it going, Loki?
It's going good. It seems like Unity's finally got it in their head that, well, maybe we...
Unity is back in the news. Okay, they're back in the cycle.
do what culture suggested and pull the ripcord.
Yeah, and I think that that's actually what's happening right now. The story coming to us from GameDeveloper.com, the exclusive, I guess, up until...
Oh, I forgot to like JT's video.
Time feed.
I have to go back and like it.
The company's reverting to a seat-based subscription model, but will be increasing the price, of course, of Unity Pro and Unity Enterprise in January of 2025. So you're going to get one thing, but it's going to cost you more. That's bonkers sauce. So let's read real quick. Unity is canceling the runtime fee and reverting back to its existing seat-based subscription model, albeit with a price increase for Pro and Enterprise. The engine maker introduced the controversial levy around a year ago. Initially, the runtime fee sought to charge developers a per-install tariff once projects had passed certain milestones. It was a decision that left many users reeling and resulting in a colossal backlash that ultimately forced the company...
Here's the thing.
But not ditch.
Unity is going. They might be, backtracking, but eventually they will going to push it little by little and then backtrack a little bit. They're going to push hard or they're going to push long and then they're going to backtrack a little bit and then they're going to push long again, backtrack a little bit until they eventually get what I want. That is how they do it. It's like with oil prices or gas prices. Okay, it will increase by 10 and then it will decrease by
Loki, you remember this disaster?
6.
It's insanity.
So you'd think, oh, there is a price decrease. But if you think about it,
But no, absolutely not.
But
the amount that decreased was less than the amount increased. So in the end, there's still an increase.
establish a partnership.
But it gives the illusion of the price going down.
Once you've broken it, it takes a really long time to get it back. So he's quoted as saying, I've been able to connect with many of you over the last 3 months, and I've heard time and time again that you want a strong unity and understand that price increases are a necessary part of what enables us to invest in moving gaming.
How is Unity losing money
Come with a
when they have so many games made
blog post.
in Unity?
We want to deliver the value at a fair price in a right way so that you will continue
How are they not making money?
this over the long term
It's
with
just,
your partner. And we're
it is insane.
that if we're good partners and deliver great software and services, we've barely scratched the surface of what we can do together. So we're reverting to our existing seat-based subscription model for all the gaming customers, including those who adopt Unity 6, the most performant and stable version of Unity yet, later this year. Detailing what users should expect following the immediate cancellation of the runtime fee, Bromberg explained Unity Personal will remain free and said the company will be doubling the current revenue and funding ceiling from $100,000 to $200,000. This means more of you can use Unity at no cost. The Made with Unity splash screen will become optional for Unity Personal games made with Unity 6 when it launches later this year. Unity Pro and Unity Enterprise, the big boys, will receive modified pricing and qualifying annual revenue thresholds that will take effect on January 1, 2025. Those changes will apply to all new and existing Unity Pro and Enterprise customers when they purchase, upgrade, or renew a subscription on or after that date. Here's Unity explaining how that'll shake out. So, Unity Pro, an 8% subscription price increase to $2,200 annually per seat.
Of course, if the cost of making games in Unity increase,
Required for customers
it means
with more than
the
200
games will also increase in prices.
take a piece of your game. Unity
The developers will have to
increase. Yikes.
get back their money.
Unity Enterprise. Unity Enterprise will be required for customers with more than 25 million of total annual revenue and funding. Minimum subscription requirement may also apply because of this set of our largest customers have unique needs.
But if you are a small
Contacting
indie game developer, I don't think you'll be affected by this.
Unity's decision to axe runtime fees part of a broader plan to reverse
Especially if you just make
cycle of
small games
price increase
that
basis.
makes you a little bit of money,
Brings people back
which is enough to at least survive in this
over the course of the
harsh world governed by assholes.
percentages, and these thresholds are more reasonable.
I think that there are a lot of options out there right now for a game engine. Unity, from what I understand and from what I've heard from people that have used Unity, it's not always the best option. You're looking at over $6 million. What they said there, if you make $25 million on your game, you're looking at a little over $6 million fee for using their pro subscription price. That's a lot of money when you're trying to pay for development costs, when you're paying people's salaries, when you're paying to get your game out there, physical editions, whatever. That is a big chunk of change to give up.
How about gaming studios in the West outsourcing all their game development to the East? That will save them a lot of money. And guess what? Gamers will have nice or good-looking characters as well.
That pro level price is kind of extreme.
Yeah, I think it might be a little higher than most, but again, you're talking.
Imagine firing everyone, every game developer or developer
But
in Blizzard and just outsourcing the work
these pricing
to
changes
a studio somewhere
improve the game
in the East.
for everyone while also being better partners.
They'll make more money that way.
Continued support. We look forward to many more years of making great games together. Well, look, I think a lot of people that use.
When I was like working back in the day,
I think customers are going to be in the
it was
the exorbitant fee.
an American-owned business.
I don't know how many people
The owner said that
if you've already moved on from them as far as the game
the entire salary of
gone over to
the branch in our country
You have options.
yeah.
is just it's the same as
Epic's Unreal game.
you can compare it to one person
I don't know that there's much more to say. I think
in the U.S.
people they lost.
in the branch in the U.S.
People that stuck with
So it would make sense to just fire one person
feel like
in the U.S. and keep
slowly migrate
the branch
I think that's
in
what
the East.
we can expect. Loki, you got the final word here. Anything you want to add?
So you can see the big disparity and the amount of saving,
Computer, you can't have the same version.
the amount of saving a business
On so many computers.
can make by outsourcing their work
Did that and
to
people
the East.
with it. But they've lost a lot of customers. And I don't know if Unity can get them back. I'm
I guess maybe that is the reason why Apple is like
anything that's happened. They've lost the trust.
shipping all their
Instant.
products to the East only to to put them together and then ship them back.
To those customers now, whether they go back and
Maybe the cost of shipping is
I'm right there with you, and it seems like
lesser
a lot of people will also.
than
Look,
actually paying
think that people
employees in the U.S. to
people have left are going to
put the pieces together or to assemble them.
for another engine to build on. The questions are all up to you. Let us know your answers down below in the comments section. Hit the like button while you're down there. Double check that you've turned the notifications on. And
Okay, so let's give this a like.
get your game on.
So that was That Game Place. Is it the same as That Park Place? I don't know. Maybe they only have this. They just have the same names, or similar sounding. It's not even similar sounding because they don't sound the same. So over here we have Star Citizens. Should I see this? The Swollen. What is Swollen? Star Citizen Alpha 4 is the biggest, most hyped Star Citizen patch to date. It has a total of highly anticipated features, a massive new star system, server meshing. Whoa, they have a new star system. Wow. Okay. Does that mean they now have 2 star system? Star systems, excuse me. Ugly games don't sell. Oh, from Dr. Disaster, the pirate that pays taxes.
What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster.
Yo, Captain.
Despite the fact that Dragon Age the Veilguard has a character creator, BioWare
It's about
onto gamers. Do you like
Dragon Age.
characters in your games? Well, too bad, because this is
Yeah, because these assholes when they see curvy women, it offends them.
Maximum chest size for characters in the game, the character creator's limitations are astounding in that department.
Look at that. Look at that. My wife has bigger boobs than that character.
Of a slightly bumpy
Seriously, assholes. To all the woke assholes out there.
male gaze, but
It's okay to have big boobs.
stars and cellulite and other ugly crap like that.
Okay, it's not offensive. Having big boobs is not offensive. Being beautiful is not offensive.
Jackasses put their pride
This is my message to all the woke assholes out there.
in the actual gamers. This game, Dragon Age the Veilguard,
Having a big
made for the
round ass is not offensive. Looking at that picture,
customers. The customers can go screw themselves.
I can easily say that
And this is
even I have a bigger ass than
such piss poor
that character in the character creation screen. My goodness.
like a sales pitch for a certain lifestyle.
And I'm a guy.
Open your mind.
How about new?
Open your mind.
Would you please?
And the top surgery scar, this was like mentioned in a previous video that I watched. Why would there be top surgery? Why would there be surgery in a magical world? Listen, guys, if magic exists, if real magic, not magic tricks, again, magic and magic tricks are not the same. If real magic exists in the real world,
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel.
we won't have
And also,
we
don't
won't have a lot of problems, maybe.
games lousy with wokeness pinned to my account at all times for your reference. My handle on the platform is Dr. Disaster 1.
Because you can just cast magic to fix anything.
Is getting completely lambasted on social media right now for this ridiculous shit on their character creator. The really annoying thing about this is that theoretically, a character creator should solve a lot of the problems that we have in the gaming industry these days.
I know what's going to happen. Modders are going to fix the game.
They can just put it onto you, the gamer, and you can decide what kind of character you want to play as.
I'm pretty sure someone, somewhere out there,
A lot of content
once this game gets released,
on this Dragon Age
someone will try and mod it.
harsh that the developers are still imposing their will on the gamers,
Copus
even though they
Preambit
have a
says,
character creator.
visit
But here,
Cavalier
check
Office
out
KO5
this little
page
clip
at
that has
link.
been circulated.
Again, it's okay for them to inject or push their morals
He, him,
on gamers or on the consumers.
gender is man, woman, non-binary.
But
Love that. Love the inclusivity.
but if you push back,
Are also included.
if you push back,
And non-binary roots.
they will claim that you are the one pushing your morals on them.
It's beautiful to see the inclusion in the game and to see yourself represented.
I don't care.
On the one hand,
That is not what escapism is. They don't have any idea what escapism is. Escapism is escaping though. It's right there. It's in the actual word.
once again, these jackanapes feel the need to follow us into our escapism and shove their progressive, virtue signaling,
It's just so stupid.
person bullshit down our throats.
Why would I want to play a fantasy game? Because
They will not let us, because
the real world doesn't have
what really pisses
what a fantasy world has.
that there are people out there
Magic.
like you and I who do not adhere to their strange values and views. We think for ourselves and do not want to be constantly inundated with this crap. And when we are, we protest and we avoid any games and movies that push this shit. Gamers are a stubborn lot, and we
Because those doing this are assholes.
check out this image here. This
Look at that.
creator for a female character in the game, and as you can see right there, they have the chest size all the way maxed out, and that is as large as you
When I'm playing a game, I don't want to see myself. It's not that I don't like myself. but I want to see a better version of myself.
Games have something
But these people who are mentally retarded,
called
they
male.
want to see themselves in the game. As is, without change.
The male gaze that they hate. They hate male gamers. Period. They hate you so much that they take away.
And that is okay, by the way. That is okay. But the problem is, they're trying to push that
They have
that
replaced
idea
curves with cellulite and
to everyone.
vitiligo. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that.
Here's the thing: if you want to make an ugly character, go do it. Go have it.
Character in Dustborn.
Now,
As you-
please
So yeah,
don't stop anyone else from making
that looks like
good-looking characters.
with a character that can look like this. Isn't that stupendous? But what
That is stupid.
coming from a game director who is a self-proclaimed
Again, if you want to look like yourself, your ugly self in games, that's fine. It's okay.
clear that they've made this a game that is seeped in queer.
But don't stop others
in the game is canonically
from making their characters
they will
look better
what I've got
than they are.
stuff I might not have been bothered by if they at least
Because not everyone thinks like you.
gamers want to see. But no, they've basically censored female curves in the game out of spite. They're being purposely contrarian, embracing ugliness just to piss us off. I mean, this is all so blatant.
Yeah, the solution to this, good sir, Dr. Disaster, the solution is easy.
World has been reporting on such
We avoid it like the plague.
numbers. A few days ago, I reported to you all that in the 9 stores that sells video games which this person runs, in those 9 stores, there were only 5 pre-orders combined for this game, and that number is unchanged. There are still only 5 pre-orders for Dragon Age the Veilguard across 9 stores that exist in heavily populated areas, and we're already just about a month out from the launch of this game. That is absolutely pathetic. And I grant you now that these days most people purchase digitally, but still this seems like a very small number. In fact, it is tracking well behind Star Wars Outlaws and the pre-order numbers that game had at roughly the same time relative to its launch.
Okay, so Asmongold said he's going to play this. Maybe, who knows, maybe Asmongold can save the game.
You know, focusing on graphics that don't look like a shitty cartoon. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below.
Well, I have no problems with the graphics.
If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become
Okay, let's give this one a like from Dr. Disaster. Again, to those assholes, if you want to make your character look as ugly as you, it's fine, it's okay. Go do it. But don't prevent others from making their characters a better version of themselves. I've never made a character. Whenever I make a character, I don't make it to look like me. When I'm making a male character, it's always like athletic, you know? I don't want to see an overweight character running in front of me. By the way, just I do admit that I'm a little bit overweight, but these recent months I have like lost 10 pounds. Okay, that is a good thing. Losing 10 pounds, and eventually, with just I guess with time, it's just a matter of time. I'll be down to my ideal weight, hopefully. And if that happens, maybe now I don't have to make my characters look athletic, because that is just going to be me in the real world. But right now, right now, there's still like some ways to go. It's I don't understand why these assholes don't get it. They don't get that being overweight is not about, you know, making fun of their appearance. They don't see that people are calling them out for being overweight. They don't see it. They see it as being shamed, but in reality, it's more about being concerned. It's more about being concerned because being overweight, it accompanies a lot of health risk. Notice that I think it has been said. I've heard it like a lot of times already. You won't, it's very rare, you know, very rare to see an overweight like 90-year-old. It's very rare. In fact, I haven't seen anyone like that. But there's like almost 8 billion people on the planet. Maybe somewhere out there is one. Maybe it's 1 in a billion. In my case, I had to, what do you call this? Bring down my weight because of, again, because of health conditions. And it's not about me being shamed for having some weight on me. I'm doing it not because I'm embarrassed or shamed or ashamed. I'm trying to lose weight because I want to live longer. I want to see people go to Mars. That's why. I don't even care if people make fun of me for being overweight, or if my kids call me fat. I don't even care. The reason why I'm trying to lose weight is because I want to live longer. I want to see actual virtual reality. I want to see people go to Mars. Things like that. That is the reason why. I want to see my kids grow older and have their own kids. But of course, these people don't understand it. It offends them when they're called fat. They take it the wrong way. If they took it positively, they would realize that, this is not good. I need to lose some weight, especially if I want to play the next Grand Theft Auto game. There you go, guys. If you are a Star Citizen fan, maybe you're a little bit overweight, maybe you start losing weight so that you could see the game release and play it. I'm not saying it's gonna get released anytime soon, but I'm not making fun of people who are overweight because I myself is overweight. But the thing is, they don't understand why they should lose weight. And if you tell them that, it offends them. They'll call you fat phobic. Oh my goodness. Because they themselves are life phobic. They hate life. They hate life. My God. I don't hate life. That's why I'm trying to lose weight. And again, I started with this number and now I'm down 10 pounds. Oh, not 10 pounds, but 10 kilos. Oh, I'm sorry about that. We don't use pounds here. Unless, of course, the weighing scale is broken. I hope not. I hope that the weighing scale is not broken. But I'm sure it's not broken. So again, that is like 10 kilos. That is a huge amount in less than a year. It's kind of slow. It's a slow process, but hey, as long as I'm losing weight and I'm not gaining weight, that is the hard part. Not gaining weight. Ah, wait. Losing weight is the hard part. Gaining weight is the easy part. Oh my goodness. Because for some weird reason, eating feels good. That is why people get fat. Because eating is satisfying. When you're stressed, go have something to eat. Anyway, guys, going to end the before I get cancelled. Before I get cancelled and hated on for talking about losing weight. Again, I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about anyone else. Still, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please consider following the channel. Go and watch the live stream in Rumble. Rumble is free. You can, create an account. You don't even have to create an account, by the way. If you just don't want to. Yeah, okay, so we already have like a lot of accounts. We keep signing up on different websites, but if you are like tired of signing up for another account, you don't have to sign up and to watch videos in Rumble. But I do suggest that you do watch my videos or live streams in Rumble. But if you're in Twitch, give the channel a follow. The same if you're in YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Also in Kick, I'm starting to live stream in Kick again. Okay, give it a follow in Kick as well. So that's it for this hour. Oh, look at that. What's this? So this happened. Anyway, I'll be back. I'm going to try to do another one later, maybe after a few hours. But for this one, well, I have to end this one and take a break. So guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.